What's up YouTube? This is Bystander X79 guys. Today I'm coming to my latest deck profile video for June 2020, and today guys we're going to be looking at my updated Cyber Dragon deck for the current format. Cyber Dragons always are an amazing deck, especially for rogue picks to play in any particular events. Going blind second, you could easily OTK your opponent, and then when your opponent forces you to play first, you can easily side into maybe a stun strategy, which is the other variant of Cyber Dragons that are out there. In my opinion, I think that's a bit more of a correct way to play this deck. OTK blind second, stun, and then if you win, you go back to OTK. With that being said, we're going to be taking a look at how I built my OTK version of this deck. And I can tell you right now, main deck looks pretty standard till we get to some tech choices in the main deck, and there's also a few tech choices in the extra deck that can really surprise your opponent and give you additional ways to OTK. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this. And starting off with the OG Cyber Dragon, 3 copies of it. Going second, you need to be running 3 copies because it's a free body on the board. Opponent controls a monster, you don't special summon it. Boom. From there you can do a lot of different things. Synchro, Fuse, Link. So definitely 3 of is a must. And of course the another 3 of is going to be Cyber Dragon Core. Cyber Dragon Core, pretty much the heart and soul of the deck. You could call it the core of the deck as well. Anytime you normal summon this, you're searching your deck for a cyber spell or trap to add to your hand, which is very important because it can help you extend or set up potential plays. Moving forward, this card is in the graveyard. You can banish it and special summon the Cyber Dragon right from your deck to the field, which is pretty damn awesome. Helps you get started even better. So definitely a must 3 of. Moving into, we got 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Hearse. Okay, Cyber Dragon Hearse, very awesome card. The main effect you're going to be utilizing is whenever it's sent to the graveyard, you're going to be able to recycle any Cyber Dragon monster from your graveyard back to your hand. The one cool thing about it is that Cyber Dragon Hearse and a lot of the smaller Cyber Dragons all count as Cyber Dragon around the field in the graveyard, so that's why you can recycle them from your graveyard back to your hand, so you can continue your plays, which is actually very awesome. There is another effect where if it's brought back from the graveyard, or special summon in general, it becomes level 5. Which is very awesome because then you can actually utilize this for your Xyz plays a little bit easier. So just keep that in mind. Very awesome. 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Master. I've seen other decks that say you gotta be running 3. 2 is the max that you should be running in my opinion, because I found the 3rd one kind of bricky. Basically, you can pitch a card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this guy out, and then it can actually target a monster with 2100 attack or 2100 defense and special summon it back onto your field, which is actually very good. It can help get your link plays going or even set up fusion plays, so definitely it is worth while. Extender, like I said, 2 is pretty much the maximum you should be running in any Cyber Dragon deck. I don't feel 3 is necessary. And last but not least, we're coming up to 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Veer. Veer is one of the best extenders in this deck. Anytime you normal special summon a Cyber Dragon, you're bringing this card out alongside it. Does have a pretty awesome effect where it power boosts all Cyber Dragon monsters on your field by 500 attack and defense, which is not bad. It's a modest boost, but it can help you power up your monsters. But the primary reason why is that you want to be playing this card in concert with Cyber Dragon Core. The primary reason why is because when Core is normal summoned, you get the search. Summoning Veer right after Core allows you to chain block and prevent your opponent from basically utilizing hand traps to stop you from getting an additional search. So that's the primary reason why he's in this deck at 3. And then of course we got 2 copies of Galaxy Soldier. Pretty self-explanatory, and this is a light attribute level 5 machine type monster. Discard a light attribute monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon this guy out, and then you can search your deck for another copy of itself, which is actually pretty awesome. Helps you get to those rank 5 plays a little bit easier. And then, going into my tech, I'm actually running 2 copies of Jinzuriki, the Star Destroying Kaiju, and I'm also running 2 copies of the Super Anti-Kaiju War Machine Mecha Duragon. I'm running a total of 4 kaijus in this deck. Both of these are light attribute machine type monsters. A lot of people forget that this version actually exists, but I feel that it's actually one of the better kaijus to actually be running in Cyber Dragons, primarily because it is light attribute machine monsters, so it fits in with a lot of the, and synergizes with a lot of the other monsters. And furthermore, when you special summon this card to the field, its attack becomes 0, because nobody out there is really running cards that have kaiju counters on it, so it can't really get the attack or its effect. So putting this card on your opponent's field in attack position with 0 attack, yeah, it's actually pretty good. And you can then bowl your opponent over a lot more easily. Alright. Of course, there's always the other standard plays of slurping it up and making stuff like Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. And of course, the last monster I'm running is 3 copies of Nibiru, the Primal Being. This is pretty much a very awesome hand trap in this particular format. A lot of combo-centric decks out there, and timing this card right can just destroy their turn. Stick them with a token, and from there you can just basically kaiju off the token, slurp up the kaiju, or attack over, whatever you want to do. And it gives you a 3k body on the field, so yeah, it helps build the attack points for the OTK. So that's pretty much it for the monsters. We're going to go into the spells. Pretty standard stuff. 3 copies of Cyber Emergency, searches out any Cyber Dragon monster. Cyber Repair Plant can search out any light attribute machine monster. If you want to up this card to 2 copies, you could probably cut the Nibiru down to 2 if you want to. I feel this just having 1 is enough. The other effect is that you can actually recycle cards back into your deck, which is actually pretty cool. Depends on how many light attribute monsters, machine monsters you have in your graveyard. 1 can get you to search, 3 can get you both. So, Cyber Rev System, basically an R-type monster reborn, or it could be a free special summon from your hand. So, very awesome. Cyber Load Fusion, very awesome. Fusion spell can actually recycle cards back from your banished pile back into your deck, or from your field into your deck, which is actually pretty damn awesome. Quick play spell, so you can use it on your opponent's turn. I'm running 2 copies of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, primarily because just a board nuke can really do a lot of different things. Or your opponent can force out negates that can be problematic during your turn. And if it goes through, you blow on the board and you gain 2 kaijus on the board, and you can set up OTK situations a lot easier. So, definitely awesome. And of course, we got 3 copies of Machine Dupe. No Cyber Dragon deck is worth its grain of salt without this card in their target core. Bring out 2 copies of their OG Cyber Dragon, and from there you could just basically go off and build your field. And of course, last but not least, we're doing 1 copy of Overload Fusion. Overload Fusion is pretty damn awesome, allowing you to basically banish Cyber Dragons from your field and or graveyard to bring out Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Rampage Dragon can pop back rows equal to the number of fusion materials, and it's the primary OTK machine of this deck. Traps, 2 copies of Cybernetic Overflow. In case things go sideways, you have this trap card to back you up and basically disrupt your opponent during their turn. And last but not least, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence for another hand trap that can actually negate monster effects and even back row effects as well. So definitely worth having. So that's the main deck. Going into the extra deck, we got Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. These are pretty much awesome, easy to make fusions in this deck. Sort up all the machine type monsters on your field and your opponent. You can make this guy pretty damn big. Typically, you're making him either 2,000 to 3,000 attack. Very awesome. Mega Fleet really comes into play when your opponent has things in the extra monster zones, allowing you to basically slurp up those monsters, get it up to 3,200 attack, and it is also a level 10. So you have a level 8 and a level 10 monster in your extra deck. When you bring them out, and after they've done their thing about taking apart your opponent's field, you can then go into other moves. which we'll see in a bit. And like I said before, primary OTK machine is one of the two copies of the Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Pops back row equal to the number of fusion materials, sent up to 2 monsters from your deck to the graveyard to basically gain additional attacks. And if you have Sigurd in the field, you can actually power boost this up to higher levels with 4,200 attack each time it attacks. So that's actually very awesome. Xyz package, standard for me, 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Nova, 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Infinity. I like 1, 2, and 2 primarily because it's easier to utilize in different situations, because you can actually utilize Cyber Nova's destruction effect to bring out maybe a Rampage to get that additional OTK on the field in a different way, so you don't have to worry about fusions. Infinity is just there for Omni-Negate and to absorb opponent's monsters that are in attack position. Dengirsu is your rank 8 play. Utilize this with the rank 8 Kaiju and Fortress to create Dengirsu. This will actually send one of your opponent's monsters from the field to the graveyard. It can also protect some of your other monsters on the field as well. So, very awesome card. And there's a machine type monster to boot. And speaking of machines, we do have a rank 10 play, and we're going to be going with Gustav Max and Super Rail Cannon Judgment Lieb. Very nasty combo. Basically, Mega Fleet plus the level 10 Kaiju can get you into these guys. Summon this guy first, burn for 2,000, and then you overlay for Lieb, and Lieb can power itself up to 6,000 attack. And if you left that War Machine Kaiju in face-up attack position, yeah, you pretty much got game at that point. So, yeah, there's another alt OTK position right there. 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Sigurd. Sigurd very awesome because it can power boost any monster by 2,100 attack as long as it doesn't affect, and that's a quick effect too, so very huge. We got Predator Planet Verde Anaconda. Pay 2,000 life points. You can pitch either of your fusion cards to the graveyard, so its effect becomes that fusion card's effect, and then you can utilize that during your turn to create Rampage. Link Karibo, because there are a lot of level 1s, and if you can recur them, you can bring this guy back. And you can bottom out attack. And last but not least, Salmon Great Amirage can basically, it's a great link starter for any particular combos when you normal summon monsters. So, very awesome indeed. Guys, that is it for my Cyber Dragon deck profile for the June 2020 format. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe. Enable notifications so you don't miss any upload. Check out the description box below. Find the links to my affiliates, TCG Player and SideDeckVersus.com. Both are amazing resources for any Yu-Gi-Oh player. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Reddit, and if you guys want to help build the community that I'm building, check out the description box below. Find it, invite link to my Discord server. Join the conversation, we'll love to have you. And guys, until next time, as always, peace.